Okay, so hello everyone. We are going to start this first workshop of the afternoon session. I hope you can all hear me well. So I will begin by introduce myself. I am Thibaut Grem. I am attached to the head of the European Affairs at ASOI, and I'm going to moderate this workshop with Adrienne Gentil, which work for Valorial and represent the northwest of France. Today our speaker is Corentin Leroux. He is the CEO of Aspexit, and he's agro-environmental data analyst expert. So his objective is to support agricultural players in the development of their agronomic data. And without to speak any longer, I'm going to leave him the floor. I just want to say to everybody that you are welcome to ask your question in the room chat, and we will answer it after. Corentin Leroux, you can just share your presentation.
Thank you. So can you all see my screen? Is it fine?
Yes.
Okay, so hi everyone. So my name is Corentin Leroux. I'm 30 years old and I'm an agronomist by training. So I have started my consulting company 3 years ago, and I have a couple of works to do. And one of which is to we have developed with a colleague of mine a digital platform over which we try to centralize the existing knowledge about digital tools in agriculture. So this is what you see here. We have referenced more than 1,400 digital tools dedicated to agricultural production. So this is an open source and free to access platform. This is also a collaborative and sustainable over time platform. So we will discuss it right now. So why did we create this platform? So at first, this is because we saw that there was a totally dispersed and ephemeral watch, meaning that many actors in the field of digital agriculture and the agricultural sector were doing some watch by their side, publishing sometimes PDFs that were lost in a couple of times just after they were published. So we just wanted to have something more centralized. We have also seen a compartmentalized expertise with lots of actors gathering their expertise for their own, and that didn't really want to share the expertise with other people. A lot of also isolated and unshared feedback, because we have lots of demonstration sites for digital tools in agriculture, but not many actors sharing their feedback about what is really going on into their demonstration sites. We have also seen that the ecosystem of digital tools for agriculture is extremely large, complex, and abundant. So lots of tools existing. So for the agricultural sectors, for farmers, for agricultural actors, it's really difficult to apprehend this ecosystem. And so we have referenced more than almost 1,400 tools. So it means really complex, and it is not exhaustive. And we haven't found any really structured community on this topic. So this is why we wanted to create this platform. We can call it an agri-store, like it's something like an app store. This looks like an app store. So the address is like in French, but everything is all translated in English. So what does it look like? It looks like a directory. So we have focused on agricultural production. So we have lots of things about crop production, livestock. The focus is in France and close Europe mostly, but we have also some other tools around the world. Depends sometimes about the technology. So we have, for instance, lots of robotics presented in this platform, and for the robotics application, we have looked all around the world what is existing. And so to dive into the platform, you have lots of filters. There can be agricultural filters, or it can be technological filters, depending on what you're looking for. But the objective is to be able to enter into this directory quite simply with so business filters on the left and technological filters on the right on the platform. So when you click on information sheets, so what is interesting is that you can leave reviews and comments on the existing tools in the platform, so you can share your experience, feedback with other people. I said at the beginning that the platform was collaborative because like anyone can add a new tool to this platform, can propose some modification to this platform too, and then we process everything that goes into our database, and we do some moderation and harmonization to make sure that everything is kindly presented into the platform. So this platform is a directory, but we want to do something much. So we're more ambitious with this platform. So we have also put some complementary sources. So based on what is in our database, we're able to do some infographics. So some of these infographics are presented directly in the platform. You can look at them. And if you follow us in networks, especially like social networks like LinkedIn, you can see that we also display lots of infographics. We have displayed one a few days ago on robotics in agriculture. We have also on the website of Aspexit, which is the name of the company, we have a blog on which we share lots of long dossier about what's happening in the field of digital agriculture to make people question the use and the impacts of digital agriculture. And we have lots of other dossier and tools of interest in the platform. So for instance, we have also gathered all the other existing directory, because we're not the only one that try to do this work. That can be international directory or European directory, European projects, as you can see on the left. And on the right, you have also existing demonstration sites. So you have on top this demonstration site for digital tools in France, and you have also European demonstration sites that are seated here on the bottom right-hand corner. But we have also lots of things like we show what's existing in terms of training session, incubators, MOOCs, and so on. We have also tried to gather the existing data about like the adoption of digital tools in agriculture. So we have centralized lots of studies that have been done in France and in also technical reports in France, but also what was being shown in the scientific literature. So we have centralized everything and put it available in interactive data, so you can have a look at it into the platform directly. So we try to regularly update these interactive interfaces. So we have some key figures on agricultural data and also information about the adoption of digital tools. So we do believe that like everyone has interest in collaborating with us, first by sharing your monitoring and your databases if you have so, because our objective is to decompartmentalize, to centralize and to perpetuate the knowledge about the digital tools in agriculture. We want to make everyone understand that your expertise is not limited to your watch. I mean, we want this platform to be a collaborative watch for everyone. It helps lots of people with different interests. It helps farmers to understand what's existing. It helps counselors, advisors, and so on to try to be trained about what's existing in the field of digital agriculture. It helps agricultural companies to see which other actors exist into the market. So it helps lots of different people. So you have interest in collaborating and sharing your database if you have so. So this platform to live, we do believe that it needs to have some comments and rates about the existing tools, because if we share lots of feedbacks on this digital tools, the community will grow, and as more information and feedback we have, as more interesting, valuable information we will be able to sort out of this platform. So if you are using digital tools in the field, you have experience and legitimacy, so you are able to provide some useful feedback for that. If you are a service provider, you also know how to present your tool, so you can provide feedback on how this tool is used in the field, or you can just help give a good description of your tool directly into the platform, and just make sure that your feedback obviously will help anyone to understand and take a step back on what happens in the field of digital agriculture. So we also do believe that your interest in collaboration is to try to create contents together about what's happening in this field, because this is again a complex ecosystem. So I think like you have experience to help us to exchange, share experience, train people to the different existing technologies, to try to create podcasts, to create articles together, so that we can share our experience and our understanding on digital agriculture. And I think that we need to democratize and vulgarize this complex ecosystem as much as we can. So this platform is the most up-to-date platform in Europe. So again, this is constantly moderated and harmonized. And so if we do believe that this platform is of general interest for the agricultural sector, we first need to legitimate this platform at the highest level possible. So we need first the financial support for the maintenance and the moderation of the site, because we do not want to make the company pay to be presented in the platform, and we don't want to make the users to pay to access to the platform, because this is general knowledge that anyone should be able to access. So we can also work together by creating partnership highlighted on the platform and network. So we started to do that with some technical institute in France, especially IDEL. We're trying to work with the livestock sector to harmonize and centralize the existing technologies, and to make the filters and the criteria more intelligible. So we can, as I said before, co-create some contents around digital technology to make people understand what's happened in this field. We can also imagine sharing infographics of the ecosystem, because like this database is interesting, but sometimes it's also interesting to take a step back. So this is what we do with the infographics. And again, if you follow us on the social networks, you will be able to see some of those. And for some of you who have advisor and technician in the field, this is also a way to involve them more into like the creation of knowledge on digital agriculture, to train them so that they're able to support farmers to be engaged into the field of digital agriculture if they think this is interesting to them, and more generally, again, to share what exists in this field. So who we are in this platform. So I am Corentin Leroux. So I'm an agronomist. I have a PhD in data science for agriculture, and now I started this Spexit company 3 years ago. So I still do some data science. I also write lots of dossier on the blog of Spexit, on which you can have a look on news about the agricultural sector, and also try to add some spectrum about digital technologies, environment, climate change, and energy. And with Alexandre Touraine here, which is an independent consultant, and which has a lot of experience in digital transformation and IT strategy, we have started this directory 1 year ago. And so we're trying to share it as much as possible to the community. So you can, if you want, found us on LinkedIn, Twitter, and you have also my email address if you want to contact me. This is a fine Thank you.
Thank you very much for this presentation. We are waiting for any questions. I had a question. So just in a practical manner, if I want to add any information on this platform tomorrow, what are the different steps we need to take?
So this is really simple for that. So you just need to be connected to the platform. So it takes like I think 2 or 3 seconds to do so. You just have to fill in an email address. And so when you're connected, you can either review or score the different existing tool. And if you want to add another tool, you have a location into the field when you just can click and just you have a form that you can fill, and this goes into our database, and then we do some moderation and harmonization, and it is available in the platform a couple of days after you uploaded it. And if you want to make some corrections, you have the same forms, and you can just fill the different criteria you want to change, or the description you want to modify, and we will do that as soon as possible.
So anyone, anywhere in the world can add any content.
Yes, definitely. And when you connect onto the platform, you are just asked to which kind of people you are. Either you are a farmer, a technician, a distributor, a machinist, a service provider, and so on. And so you can just choose your profile, and then you can add everything you want. And the objective with the notation and the scores is that we will be able to filter the scores and the comments depending on the profile of the people. So sometimes we can have lots of different between what farmer thinks and what the service provider thinks, for instance. And so we will be able to have like different views on what people think about this digital tools.
We have a question from the chat from Clara Reichel from Vertigo Lab. She's asking if producers or users are actually taking the time to leave feedbacks.
So for now, not a lot, because we have not shared the platform a lot. So we have shared that especially on professional social networks and LinkedIn, as I said previously. So we have almost 50 unique users per day, and we didn't share any real thing to the farmers or to the agricultural sector. We're trying to reach the historical agricultural actors, especially the agricultural chamber, the technical institutes, to make them share as much as possible the platform. For now, we have a couple of scores that have been shared, and mostly from the service provider company. So obviously this is not complete objective, but the objective is, as the community grows and as people start to leave comments, it will start to grow exponentially. And so what we need to do first is make people score and rate the digital tools, and this is why we try to start with the historical existing actors.
So for now, you are mainly working with the French community, or are you working also? I can see on your website it's French and English. Am I right on that?
Yes. So the platform has been translated in French and English. It is available in these 2 languages, and we, at least for the European sector, will try to make this available as soon as possible in Spanish, German, or Italian. And for the tool that we have referenced, this is mostly from France, but we have also lots of things in Close Europe, as I said, and some other tool in the international countries. But we also have like tools being sold in France that do not come from France. So everything is available. And what you can see in the existing filters, in that you have also filters by country, so you can see which countries are referenced into the platform. So this is the country of the service provider, and this is not the country where this company sells his products, but it can just give an understanding of what is existing or what is presented in the platform.
Okay. Yes, I saw you. You also identified a lot of European initiative projects that I think can be a good way to disseminate about this great tool. I don't know. Is there any other questions or Thibaut?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So maybe if you had to make a quick summary, what will be for you the strengths of your platform?
So again, this is the most up-to-date platform. So you have the what's existing in the field of digital agriculture's center for the agricultural production, so crop and livestock, so more than 1,400 tools. So again, the objective here is to be as most open source and free to access as possible. So the main objective is to centralize knowledge, because like as we said, like everything is isolated, and so because I do not see any clear strategy about digital agricultures. So what we need to do first is try to understand what exists before trying to find any direction on where to go. So I see lots of studies on the adoption of precision agriculture tools or digital tools more generally. But the problem is that we do not know what exists. So my main point is to try first to focus on what exists, try to understand what exists before trying to understand why people adopt or not adopt the technologies, because I think we do have a real problem here. We do not have any strategy on what's happening in the field of digital agriculture.
Okay, and if, for example, we are not actually farmers, is there like any other professional profiles that can use your directory, your platform?
Yes, like anyone can access to it, and so when you just connect for the first time to the platform, you just have to choose one profile. But this is just to help us understand who goes into the platform, and then anyone can score, rate, add a new tool to this platform and see what exists. And again, this is not just the directory. This is everything else also. So we have the ambitions maybe to be something like an observatory of what happens in the field of digital agriculture. As I said, we have centralized also the existing adoption studies for digital agriculture. And this is why I said to you that there is some kind of problem, because when we centralize the existing adoption studies, we can see that everything is punctual studies. So we cannot follow any trends because we don't have any trends. All the studies have different questions, different people answering to this studies. So this is quite hard to see any trends, because this is why we need to do something much more solid to really understand what happens. And then because we have like more than 900 companies reference, we can also now go into a push, which means that we can send a question to these companies and saying, for instance, to people working in the field of remote sensing, of robotics, just asking them 2 or 3 quick questions. And so that we can monitor a dashboard and share it with the community, maybe to understand how many hectares are being followed or monitored by remote sensing, or how many robots are being sold. And so we can just be some kind of observatory for what happens in this field, and to have something dynamic to make people understand in which direction we're going.
Okay. Well, thank you again, Corentin, for all this important information you shared, and for sure people need to have all this centralized information. It will help a lot. Maybe we can leave the floor now to the second workshop for the metaverse.
Thanks.
Thank you, Corentin.